because again, I feel like it just perpetuates the poor behavior because the abuser is not being held accountable for anything. Yeah, we have to be very careful around that because it is another whole level of victim shaming. And, you know, it's almost like doing a great disservice because until our behavior is brought into a space of awareness, most normally we're not going to change unless we become aware.
Well, and how can somebody truly forgive somebody else if they're living in fear?
Yeah, they can't.
Like, how can you get to that discontent place whenever you're sitting here having to face what's, you know, brought so much fear into your life?
Yeah. And so it's just like in that space of niceness, which is, you know, bullshit. It's like icing on the cake, right? You know, so it's not real, you know, because I had a priest sit down with me one time and he's like, honey, you've forgiven them. And I was like, then why am I so miserable? Why do I get upset every time I'm around them? Right? Because that's the piece. If you're getting riled up, that's why I say forgiveness is about you. Releasing any sort of power that the situation had over you.
But you can acknowledge the indecency that's there. Kind of like how we talked that one day about how you were pregnant and you had fallen and all of these people just walk by you like it's nothing. And it's like, yeah, you can forgive them, but there's still that sense of outrage. There's still that sense of this is the way the world really is. And I have to do something about it. I have to keep bringing my light. I have to keep telling my story.
Right.
Because I can't just let these people walk by and not know.
As animals. Yeah. And a human by nature is a predator. Right. And what we have to think of as far as the huge societal space, right, this level of forgiveness and this level of unaccountability, right? Look, scamming and taking advantage of old people, taking advantage of children, like all these things have just become a norm. Because this is more acknowledged than the victim.
Right.
Right? So, yeah, I want to remove that for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Because the predator makes one person uncomfortable. The victim makes the whole room uncomfortable.
Yes. You're right. Right? So it's kind of that flip side of narcissism, right? To where, and it's like everybody around, like most often, like my family is not abnormal in how they address the situation at all, right? That the victim needs to be silent so that the waters stay calm, right? That ends up being the norm in most families, right?
Yeah, if the victim just stays quiet, then, you know, then nobody's rocking any boats. Yeah.
Nobody's rocking any boats, and the predator keeps going because there's nothing to stop them. No level of accountability.